You call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking gambling degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Well, hello you degenerate fucks, and welcome to The Degenerate Gambler. It is Wednesday the 20th of December, and I'm here with the Christmas episode, looking ahead to this Saturday and Boxing Day. Obviously a lot of football on over the next week or so. Premier League, actually, game week starts tomorrow. There's a lot of games on Saturday. I think there's even one game on Sunday, isn't there? A Christmas Eve game, which would be good. Obviously then Boxing Day. So, yeah, lots of games. So, look, today's episode, I'm going to run through the weekend's bets quickly because I've got a few more bets. Obviously, I've done my Boxing Day. Well, at least one of them. But I'll talk about that later. So I'll just run through the weekend's bets, the stats, and then I'll talk more about what my plan is for over the Christmas period. Now, the bets last week, no winner. Obviously, started the month pretty poor. I had a couple of close calls, but the others were mostly all shite. So the main bet was beat by Bolton, who went down to 10 men. Early on and lost 2-1. The rest of that bet won. Newcastle won, Peterborough won, Wrexham won, Chesterfield won. The evening bet had Everton, they won, Seville over 1.5, Young Boys to win. So they were all up. The two that beat it was Barcelona, the fucking wankers. They've beat me twice recently. And Lens, both to score. So that was Saturday. Card bet wasn't great at all. Don't think I had any up. Sunday... So one of the bets was I had Marseille up, Rome over 1.5 up, PSV over 2.5 up, Inter Milan up, and Las Palmas beat me. The only thing that pisses me off about that is both Las Palmas and PSG were 10 to 11, and I went with Las Palmas because they were at home, and PSG were playing Lille, who's a decent side. Now that game ended up being a 2-2 draw, but it was 94th minute equaliser, basically last kick of the game. I probably would have cashed out, but so that pisses me off. And then the bet builders, Liverpool game, had everything up, corners, people have shots, tackles, stuff like that. But the shot on target was Trent, who had 4 shots and didn't hit the target. I mean, he was close with a couple of them, but, you know, it is what it is. He was 6-4 to have the shot. I just thought in a game like that he would love a few long rangers. And he did have a few long rangers. A couple were blocked. And there was one in the second half where he just missed the post and he should have hit the target with that. But look, it wasn't a debate. It was a shit week. So we'll get on to stats. You know what? Last week, wins weren't great, but the other overs and both to score. So if I had done an over better both to score, I probably would have had a better chance. But anyway, I'll get into these. So, Premier League, there was 9 games because that Bournemouth game was called off, so I haven't even done the stats on that at all, even though it was both to score. I'll just leave it as a void type thing, the way the bookies do. So 9 games, 7 favourites, 2 outsiders, 7 favourites, 2 draws, no outsiders. Championship, the rest of these are all 12 games. Championship was 7 favourites, 4 draws, 1 outsider. League 1 was 4 favourites, 5 draws, and 3 outsiders. League 2, 5 favourites, 3 draws, 4 outsiders. The National League, 6 favourites, 2 draws, 4 outsiders. National League North was 4 favourites, 3 draws, 5 outsiders. And the National League South was all the 4s, 4 favourites, 4 draws, 4 outsiders. In total, that was 37 favourites, 23 draws, and 21 outsiders, which was a grand total of 45%, I think. 45, 46, something like that. So less than 50, so not great. On to the overs and both to score. Now, there was some decent leagues here for the overs. So, Premier League, 4 over, 5 nat, and 3 both to score, 6 nat. Championship, 8 over, 4 nat, 9 both to score, and 3 nat. League 1, 7 over, 5 nat, 9 both to score, 3 nat. League 2, 7 over, 5 not, and 5 both to score, 7 not. National League, 6 over, 6 not, 7 both to score, 5 not. National League North, 6 over, 6 not, 4 both to score, 8 not. And the National League South, 7 over, 5 not, and 6 both to score, 6 not. So the overs was 55%, was 45 over, 36 not, that's 55%. And the both to score was 53%, which was 43 both to score and 38 not. So, you know, the more value there, more up on those. And again, looking at some of the leagues, so you had their Championship 8 games over and 9 both to score. League 1 7 games over and 9 both to score, so pretty high numbers. League 2 as well, 7 over, only had 5 both to score though. So there was sort of 3 leagues there that were, you know, well above 50%. So yeah, look, that was the stats. That's what was said. I'm just hoping that I had a really good Christmas last year. As I said before, my Boxing Day bet was 15 to 1, 14 to 1, and it won. And I had a few other bets, bet builders, etc. up. So before we get into the bets, the plan will be, so on Boxing Day, the 12:30 game, West Ham United. So I'll have a bet builder in that. Then at 3 o'clock I'll have my bets. So I'll have a bet to win, and then a bet to, I don't know, am I on the right day here? Let me see. No, it's Saturday. Sorry, that's the wrong game. Let me just look that up. Sorry. So Boxing Day. 1 second while this loads. Yeah, Boxing Day, the first game is Newcastle Forest, so I'll have a bet on that. And I say I'll have my bets for the day. At 3 o'clock, probably not do a bet builder. But then 5:30 is Liverpool Burnley. I'll have a bet builder on that. And then 8 o'clock United Villa, I'll have a bet builder on that. As well as, say, the 2 bets that I've done. And I'll probably throw in a card bet in there too somewhere. I mean, there's only 2 games in the Premier League at 3 o'clock, which is Bournemouth Fulham and Sheffield United Luton. So I don't know what I'll do there. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'll do something. And as I say, that'll be 3 bet builders throughout the day for games that are live on. I know they're all live on TV, but I don't know if I'll watch one of those 3 o'clock games. I'll probably just watch the scores coming in. So that's the sort of plan for Boxing Day, and it'll be very similar the week after for New Year. So it'll just be, you know, bets and whatever else. And there'll be no podcast next week, so I won't have time to do all the thing. I'll just post my bets early, and I'll post these bets early as well. I'll probably post Saturday's bets. I'll post them on Saturday, and then I'll probably post Boxing Day's bets on Christmas Eve, and then I'll probably repost them again on Christmas Day and Boxing Day just to, you know, get them out there. And I'll probably do my annual Christmas Day bet, which, listen, it is what it is. I usually do it, you know, on Christmas Eve. So it'll be a few beers after everything's done, and, you know, just pick out a wee bet in a lot of the, basically, let's be honest, it's the Muslim countries that obviously their leagues don't stop. Turkey and Egypt and all those sort of places. So I'll probably have that, you know, gives you just something to have a wee check at on Christmas Day. But anyway, let's look at the bets. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you Saturday's bet, and then I've already picked my overs bet for Boxing Day. And I have sort of picked the bet for Christmas Day. I may just read it out, but I don't know. You know, I hate doing this, picking bets when there's still games to be played. You know, I can't fuck it up, but at the same time, I was looking at the teams, I fancy them all. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter if they lose their next game, I still fancy them to win that game. So, fuck it, I'll just read it out anyway, but I won't have the prices. I haven't wrote the prices down, although I do think I know them. But anyway, I could maybe get them off the computer here. But anyway, so Saturday's bet. First team is Fulham at home to Burnley. They're 7 to 10. Next, it's Newcastle away to Luton, 8 to 13. Portsmouth at home to Fleetwood, 4 to 9. Mansfield away to Sutton, 8-13, and Wrexham at home to Newport 4-9. So in total, it's only 8-1, but with the 12% bonus, it'll take it up to sort of 9-1, just over 9-1. So you're getting like £102 back if you do it on Bet365 because of the bonus. So I'm happy with that. I'll run through my reasons. I'm on today. Let me go to Saturday. So Fulham, I say at home to Burnley. Fulham in good form recently. Let's see here. Fulham home to Burnley. They've been in pretty decent form. They went through in the cup last night in penalties, didn't they, against Everton? So looking at the standings. Yeah, so looking at the standings. Looking at the standings, right, so sorry. Had to pause there. So Fulham, they're only mid-table. They're 11th, 21 points. Burnley in the relegation zone, only 8 points all season. But Fulham are actually 7th in form. They've got 3 wins and 2 defeats in the last 5. Burnley 4 points. Season home record. Fulham have one of the best. They're 5th in the home record for all season. They've won 4 and lost 1 at home, which is very, very good. Burnley's away record is second worst. Actually, Fulham has a worse away record. They've only got 1 point away from home, but so do Burnley. So, looking at recent form, Fulham have won 3 in a row at home. Burnley only 1 draw in the last 5 away. So next, go to Newcastle, obviously away to Luton. Now, Newcastle's form isn't great, and they have a lot of injuries, and we know that. But, Luton, unfortunately, they've obviously lost their captain, who collapsed on the pitch again, Tom Lockyer. So, their captain's missing. Luton currently sitting 18th, Newcastle sitting 6th. But in form, Newcastle only have 9 points, 3 wins and 2 losses in the last 5. But Luton have only 1 win and 3 losses in the last 5. They've had some good performances in there. Home form, Luton have only 1 win and 1 draw at home this season. Newcastle's away record isn't great. They haven't won an away game. They've only got 2 draws and 3 defeats away from home. So that is a concern. But if you're going to beat any team, it's probably going to be Luton or Burnley or Sheffield United, the 3 worst teams in the league. Luton's recent home record, lost the last 2. They beat Palace before that. They drew with Liverpool. They lost to Spurs. Newcastle's away record, it isn't great. So they drew with Chelsea the other night in the cup, went out in penalties. They lost to Spurs. They lost to Everton. They drew with PSG in the Champions League, and then they lost to Bournemouth. So look, their record isn't great, but this is a game that they kind of have to win, and I guess that's where the price of 8-13 comes in, because they haven't won a game away from home. Next, I go into Portsmouth, and Portsmouth obviously fucked one of my bets last night, because they got hammered in the cup. But they rested a lot of players. But look, they're top of the league. They're 7 points clear. I think they're unbeaten at home. No, they have lost at home. Is it away from home? They haven't lost away from home. But their home record is 7 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss. And they're playing Fleetwood, who are down towards the bottom of the league. Fleetwood's away record, they've got 9 points all season, 2 wins, 3 defeats from 10 games. So, let's look at the recent home form there. So, Portsmouth, they obviously lost it last night in the cup. It was Tuesday night or Wednesday night, whatever it was, or Monday night or Tuesday night. It was Tuesday night. But before that, they won. They lost against Blackpool. They drew against Charlton, and they beat Carlisle. Fleetwood lost 4 in a row away from home in all competitions, and they won the game before that, but that was in the FA Cup against Kidderminster. Next to go on to League 2 in the Mansfield. Let's see here. So Mansfield currently sitting, I think, 3rd in the league. 4th they are, 1 point behind Wrexham and Barrow, who are joint 2nd. So pretty good. Sutton are bottom in form. Mansfield 5th in the table for form, 10 points from 15. Sutton only 4 points and no wins in the last 5. Home form for the season. Sutton not bad, 2 wins, 2 draws. Mansfield away, 4 wins and only 1 defeat away from home. Recent form, so Sutton been doing okay. They won in the cup. They had a couple of draws in the league. They won another game in the FA Cup against FC Failed, and before that they beat Bradford. So their form's not bad, but a couple of lower league teams there. Mansfield away have 3 wins and 2 defeats. One of those defeats was against Burton in the Johnson's Trophy, or whatever you call it, the trophy, whatever. So pretty decent. And then lastly, staying in League 2, Wrexham. Wrexham are, as I said there, joint second in League 2. 40 points. Newport away down in 17th in form. Wrexham have 10 points in the last 15. Newport 7 points, which isn't bad. Wrexham 5 wins at home from 5 games. And Newport, not a bad away record, 2 wins and 3 defeats, 6 points, which isn't bad for a mid-table team. Recent home form, Wrexham have won 4 out of 5. The game they lost was in the cup. Newport away from home, so they have 3 wins, but one of those was recently in the FA Cup against Barnet. 3 wins, 2 defeats in the last 5. So yeah, so that's it. That's the bet, as I say, 8-1 with the bonus it pays about 10-1. So we'll move on now to Boxing Day. So I was thinking, like, right, what do I do here? Do I put the Boxing Day bets out now? Do I pick them now? Am I going to have time to pick them and research them when I'm, over Christmas? So I finish work on Friday. Then I've only really got Saturday, Sunday, and I'll be organising and doing whatever, and so I thought, fuck it, I have time today. Let's go through and pick them. So I was like, well, I'll pick Justin Overs back because form's not really that important because it's just because they don't say they play on Saturday here and they don't go over to it doesn't mean the other game. We're looking for a consistent thing here with overs. How do they score over the season? How many of their games this season have been over? So anyway, I'm just going to run through these, and it's quite a big price. It's 20-1. So first game is Newport Forest Green, 17-20. Barrow Stockport, 43-40. Burton Blackpool, 9-10. Hull Sunderland, evens. And Sheffield United Luton, evens. So that's the Boxing Day overs bet. So that, look, it doesn't matter to me whether they all lose 1-0. Them games are all 1-0 at the weekend or 0-0. I still would fancy them to be overs for the Tuesday games. Now, what do I do here? I'll just read this bet out, and I will. Fuck it. I'll read it out. So I'm not going to go through the reasons and stuff, but because we're already on 18 minutes here, so I don't like to keep this too long. So first team on Boxing Day. Let me just get Boxing Day up here. Tuesday. So first team on Boxing Day is Liverpool. Play at 5:30 against Burnley. I know this is supposed to be 3 o'clock bets, but sometimes I do throw the odd 5:30 in. So if I'm waiting on Liverpool, I'll be a happy man. So Liverpool are 2-5 away to Burnley. Next is in the Championship, Southampton at home to Swansea. They're like just under about 1-2. So they are. Next, staying in the Championship, Middlesbrough at 4-7 away to Rotherham. Next, we go into League One, MK Dons at home. Oh, sorry. Sorry. In League One, it's Peterborough at home to Reading. And they're just over 1-2. They're about 8-15 at home to Reading. And then lastly is League 2, which is MK Dons at home to Colchester. They're 8-11. So in total, that bet only came to fucking 6-1 or something like that. So I'm going to end up putting 3 points on that, which will pay about 130. You know what I mean? It's Boxing Day. Fuck it. Now, I don't see me changing that. I don't. But, maybe fucking something might jump out at me and I'll be a reason to change it, but I don't see it happening. So I would take it that that's the bet. That's the bet for Boxing Day. And I say I'll post them all, early to make sure they're out there. Yeah, so that's it. I'll give you 3 bets there. I've got Saturday, I've got Boxing Day overs and Boxing Day wins. And I've told you my plan for bet builders and stuff. I know I haven't been doing great this month, but I'll probably bet even more because it is what it is. It's Christmas. I've been putting away a few quid to make sure I have enough funds and I'm not, dipping into money that I shouldn't be using. So, I've got the money there to maybe go a wee bit wild over the sort of Christmas, New Year period. So yeah, that's basically it. So Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you enjoy the festive fixtures. Just leaves me to say, if you are doing a bet, good luck and happy punting.
Here, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, thanks. Let me find out you fucked up. I'll leave you wherever I find you.